How's it going, everyone, and welcome to episode number 4 of the True Ironman series. I'm going to be starting off the episode by fletching myself the first ever maple shortbow because I already have the levels to be able to do it, and then after that I'm going to head to the Brimhaven dungeon to try to get myself a rune full helm as well as the adamant plate legs. Now the monster that I'm going to be killing to get both of those drops is going to be greater demons, so let's go start killing those and hopefully it doesn't take too long to get those drops. Well, that didn't take too long. I already managed to get myself a rune full helm, which is pretty crazy, so the last thing that's left for me to get is going to be adamant plate legs. It only took me about 3 more kills and I already managed to get myself the adamant plate legs drops, which is great. The next thing that I'm going to start working on is going to be to start completing the Dead Plateau quest. After I complete the Dead Plateau quest, I'm going to have access to the Troll Generals. Now the Troll Generals have a ton of really useful drops like the steel plate bodies, mithril plate bodies, adamant axes, rune warhammers, adamant square shields, which I'm going to need to finish off my adamant set, as well as a granite shield, which I'm still going to need to get later on to move on to dragon from rune. Let's see, also can give myself a nice amount of nature runes, law runes, and I can also give myself a nature talisman, which is going to be needed later on anyways. So let's begin working on the quest, and then after that I'm going to start killing the Troll Generals. The Dead Plateau quest is now complete, which gives me access to be able to start killing the Troll Generals. After camping Troll Generals for about a day and a half, I finally managed to get myself the majority of the good items from the Troll Generals. The only last item that I'm missing is going to be the mithril plate body, but I'm not going to be camping for it because who knows how long it's going to take to get it, and I can just get myself a mithril chain body from harpy bug swarms or pyrofiends, which is going to be really easy to get. Now I'm really happy how fast I managed to get myself all of these items. They usually take quite a while to get them, but I already managed to get them in only a day and a half, which is just awesome. Now I believe by getting these adamant square shields I already completed the full adamant set, so let's look this up. So yep, there's the helmet, there's the legs and the body, so that's the full adamant set complete. Also guys, I completely forgot that I had a black square shield that I got from Moss Chance. So I was going to continue to do easy clutch goals to finish it off by getting the kite shield, but good thing one of the players reminded me in the comments that I already had a black square shield, which is really good, which means that I don't need to do any more easy clutch goals because this concludes my full black set. So let's put this on real quick. And there we go guys, there's the full black set, which means I can now move on to the mithril, and then as soon as I get myself the full mithril sets, I already have myself the full adamant, which means that after that I can start using the rune sets. Now, let's look it up and see which kind of mithril pieces I have. Let's see. So currently right now I have the shield only, and that's pretty much it. So I have a weapon and the shield. Alright, so I need to get myself the helmet, the body, and the legs. After doing a bit of research, it seems that the hardest piece for the mithril set for me to get is going to be the mithril plate legs. I've looked up a ton of monsters, including the Slayer monsters, and I still can't find a monster that actually drops them. So hopefully I'll actually be able to come across something. Now, what I did find though is that the wall beast actually dropped the mithril med helms or the mithril full helms, which is really nice. They're only level 35 Slayer, so that's going to be my goal right now. I'm going to slowly start working on Slayer so I can get myself the helm from those, and then I can just kill the harpy bug swarms to get myself the chain body, and I already have myself the mithril kite shield. So the last remaining thing is of course going to be the mithril plate legs, which hopefully as I work on Slayer I'm just going to look up a few more things and hopefully I'll find a monster to drop them. I've decided to do a bit of fishing before I begin working on Slayer, so I've got myself about 500 lobsters, which should definitely last me for quite a while. One last thing that I wanted to do before I go and grab myself the first task is that I want to complete this medium clutch goal in hopes of actually getting myself an adamant weapon, because currently now I have a mithril sword, which is not going to be the best weapon to use for Slayer. So let's go complete this medium clutch goal. Now to complete this third step of the clutch goal, I'm going to need to give myself 35 agility to be able to go through this obstacle. As soon as I get myself level 35, we'll finish off the clutch goal. And there's level 30 agility, which means that I can now use the Varrock agility course, so let's move on to that and finish it off till 35. After getting level 35 agility, I've just completed myself my first ever medium clutch goal, and the reward was awesome. It might not seem like it's that good, but in reality it's actually one of the best rewards that I could have got. simply because I got myself a headband, which is needed, I believe, for hard or elite Klushko. It's one of those, as well as I managed to give myself an adamant weapon, which means that I can now start using my rude longsword. Once again, I would like to complete something else before I get back to Slayer. I promise this is going to be the last thing. So, while I was fishing, I managed to give myself a Nizu Klushko in a bottle over here, which is a new update that they did. So let's go complete this one as well. And if you guys remember, I got myself a hard clue. So let's go see if we can actually even do a few steps on this one. For the easy Klushko, I give myself some water runes, black plate legs, as well as the black longsword. Let's go start completing the hard clue. Finally, after a ton of attempts, I managed to kill the wizard and get myself the casket for the 5th step of the clue. It took so long, I can't even believe how hard it was to kill him. So let's hope the reward is going to be the 5th one. So first ever hard clue scroll coming up, let's see what we get. Now this Klushko reward is actually really good and bad at the same time. The reason why it's bad is because I got really excited and thinking that by obtaining this rune plate skirt, it meant that I completed the full set because I already had a kite shield as well as the helm, chain body, or I can even use this plate body simply because I earned this by doing a hard Klushko. I did not buy it from the shop from OSRS. Now I can't really use any of the quest rewards, but since this plate body wasn't handed to me, I earned it from hard Klushko. I have access to be able to use it as soon as I complete the full rune set, which I already have pretty much. But the only problem is that, like I said, the plate skirt is not a regular plate skirt, which really sucks because, like you guys know, one of my rules is that if I get a certain piece, for example Bendo's plate skirt, I'm going to have access to it if only I get myself the full Bendo set, which means that I need to get a Bendo's helm, Bendo's plate body, and a Bendo's kite shield. And the chances of that are really low to get, so that's pretty much a useless item for now. And of course, the reason why this Klushko is really good is because I managed to give myself a rune plate body, which I can use as soon as I do the Dragon Slayer quest, and I get myself the rune plate legs or skirt, as well as I got myself a ton of law runes, which is really important because now that I'm starting Slayer, I'm going to need to teleport around a bunch of times, and this is going to save me a ton of time by not having to walk around. This is going to be the setup that I'm going to be using to start working on Slayer. If you guys take a look, it's just all over the place, different kind of armor pieces like the black full helm, body, legs, mithril kite shield, rune longswords, some swaggy hand boots, and just overall this is awesome. You know, you never really see people wear random gear like that. It's usually a full gear like your rune sets, adamant set, full mithril sets, dragon, just full sets, but you never ever see people wear this kind of stuff. It is kind of newbie, but then at the same time it just makes it really fun and just reminds me of the good old days. So let's go finally grab that first assignment. The first Slayer assignment is going to be to kill 72 heal chance. That's actually not that bad of a task. Let's go begin working on it. And that is the first Slayer assignment complete. Throughout the task I managed to get myself a ton of really nice items like limb roots, herbs. Also managed to get myself a 2-tap key, which is going to be really useful. As soon as I get myself the loop half key, I can try to get myself a pair of rune plate legs. Also managed to get myself a bunch of level ups, like from level 1 to 15 Slayer, which is not too bad. Got myself, I believe, 1.5 prayer levels, strength level, and maybe a hit point level, I don't really remember. Alright, so let's grab a new assignment. Alrighty, 82 moss chance, not that bad of a task, I'll take it. The second Slayer assignment is now complete, and I managed to get myself all the way to level 24 Slayer, which is really nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look and see all the Slayer monsters that I've unlocked. Alright, so let's take a look. So let's unlock myself the cave bugs, cave crawlers, banshees, cave slimes, rock slugs, desert lizards, and that's pretty much the highest thing I can do right now. So just one more level and I can start killing the cockatrices. My next Slayer assignment is going to be to kill 57 ice chance, which is not that bad of a task. It's probably going to be a bit difficult for me right now, but I'll give it a go. If it's going to be too hard, I'll just go grab another task from Turiel. And that is the last Ice Giant kill, which means that I've now completed my third Slayer assignment. So let's teleport back to Clan Wars real quick. Alright, so during this assignment I managed to get myself to level 28 Slayer, which means that I unlocked a few more monsters. So starting off with cockatrices, and then I'm about a few levels away from being able to do pyrofiends, which I can kill to start getting myself the mithril chain body. This is going to be the last assignment that I'm going to be getting for this episode, so let's see what it's going to be. Alright, 77 hobgoblins, that's actually a pretty good task. I can get myself a nice amount of limb roots. Level 30 Slayer has been achieved and I can now kill pyrofiends. And that is the hobgoblin task complete. I managed to get myself, I believe, 1 or 2 Slayer levels, something like that, which isn't too bad. Also forgot to mention that I got myself a ton of attack levels, so went from level 40 to 47 from all of these Slayer assignments, as well as a few strength levels. and I believe another HP level on this Slayer assignment, or the previous one I believe. Now, what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to start working a bit on Herbler. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is to start completing the quest, the Druidic Ritual. As soon as we do that, I have some herbs saved up in the bank. We'll start working on Herbler. Druidic Ritual quest is now complete, which means that I can now start working on Herbler. But before I do, I'm going to need to give myself some secondaries. Now, first of all, I'm going to need to give myself some Eye of Newts to be able to get to at least level 5 Herbler to start making some anti-poisons, which are going to be much easier to make, since all I have to get is the Unicorn Horn Dust, which is really easily obtainable aside from the Eye of Newts, because the Eye of Newts are pretty hard to obtain since I have to kill cave crawlers for them, and the drop is common, but they only drop one of them, so it's probably going to take quite a while for me to get some of them. Just finished up doing the first cave crawler task, managed to give myself a ton of nice drops, got a lot of low level herbs, also got some secondaries, runes, some white berries, also managed to give myself the bronze boots, which is really nice because this unlocks the first tier of the boots, and then after that I can start killing some cockatrices to get iron boots, and then just go on from there as I give myself a higher Slayer level. There's level 50 attack as well as level 56 hit points. Now that I got myself level 50 attack, I have the ability to be able to move on to higher tier weapons. Now, one of the only weapons that I can use at level 50 attack is going to be the Granite Maul. Now, I got kind of worried that it's going to take me quite a while to move on to Dragon Weaponry because I need to get the Granite Maul first, but good thing I remembered that there's also a Brine Saber that I can get, which you need 50 attack for, and the Brine Saber is going to be much easier to obtain the Granite Maul because all I need is to kill Brine Rats, which you need level 47 Slayer to kill them, which is going to be of course much easier to get. So that's going to be my next goal for later. It'll be nice to get that Brine Saber because it's a bit better than Rune Scimitar, and it's also a fast weapon to use, which is going to be much better to use than my Rune Longswords. After quite some time, I finally managed to give myself a bunch of secondaries, got myself 33 Unicorn Horn Dust, some Eye of Newts, a bit of white berries, but I'm not going to be using these right now. So let's start using up all of these secondaries, and probably I'll give myself maybe to level like 10 to 15 Herbler. Level 5 Herbler has been achieved, which means that I can now start making the anti-poison potions. That is going to conclude all my Herbler training for this episode. I managed to get to level 16 Herbler, which isn't too bad. I can now make myself strength potions, anti-poisons, all that good stuff. So throughout all this training, I managed to get myself some attack potions, also got myself some strength potions. Also, for those people that don't know, you can come to this guy over here, and if you guys have 3 dose potions, 2 dose potions, or even a bunch of 1 dose potions, just right click and decant, and he's going to make you all the 4 dose potions, which is quite handy. You don't have to sit there and do it by yourself. And with that, I'm going to be concluding episode number 4. I hope you guys did enjoy all the progress that I've been doing in this episode. Managed to unlock a ton of really good weapons as well as armor pieces, which are going to be really nice to use as soon as I unlock the full mithril set. So the plan for the next episode is going to be to try to get some more mithril armor pieces to finish off the sets, as well as to work a lot on Slayer to try to get myself the Brine Saber as soon as possible. And with that being said guys, huge thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing everyone in episode number 5.